Ghosts, spirits, angels, demons and many other such paranormal entities have captured the minds of humans. For years we have heard stories about these mysterious entities, and a few of us have even experienced them firsthand. Despite all of the advancements made in science and technology, and despite scientists being able to unravel some of the most complex mysteries in the universe, it seems that we've completely skipped over one particular field of study. It's the study of the paranormal. Many ancient civilizations studied paranormal activities, ways of interacting with different paranormal entities and harnessing their power for the greater good. It's believed that some of the ancient civilizations had mastered the art of real magic, and they could not only cast extremely effective spells, but it's said that they were able to summon some of the most powerful paranormal entities. However, our civilization seems more inclined towards technology and things that can be explained according to the various laws of science. But from time to time different paranormal entities seem to give hints of their presence one way or another. Our limited knowledge about these entities comes from the various religious scriptures, ancient civilizations' recovered manuscripts, and research work carried out by a handful of experts. So today we take a look at these 5 paranormal entities said to be lurking on our planet. The Hot Man and Sleep Paralysis. For many years, a number of people all across the world have reported waking up late at night and seeing a mysterious shadowy figure. The shadowy figure over time has become famous and known as the Hot Man. The phenomenon has gained a widespread popularity and a number of documentaries have been made on the subject. A dedicated blog known as the Hot Man Project has also been launched where people share their experiences with the Hot Man. The history of the Hot Man phenomenon goes way back in time, and different written records of the Hot Man have been found. In fact, some evidence of the Hot Man-like entity have been found in scriptures of previous civilizations as well. The Canadian Inuit people refer to this entity as Yukon Marangrig. This mysterious entity is known to paralyze humans with fear as it seems to suck the breath right out of them. While scientific studies have found a phenomenon known as sleep paralysis, they fail to explain the appearance of the shadowy figure. According to one theory, humans are most vulnerable when they're asleep, and when they're suffering from sleep paralysis, their brain plays a little trick where they believe that there is somebody ready to harm them. However, there is no scientific evidence supporting this theory. Some people believe the Hot Man is actually their own spirit that appears as a shadowy figure. They claim that when we're asleep our spirit leaves our body, and sometimes when we suddenly wake up in the middle of the night, our spirit has not yet returned to the body, and what we actually see is the Hot Man is our own spirit that has not returned to the body. As soon as their spirit returns, the sleep paralysis is over and the Hot Man figure also disappears. However, some people believe the Hot Man is actually a mysterious paranormal entity that has haunted human beings for years, and continues to do so in the present day. They believe the Hot Man tries its best to paralyze a person and even take their life. However, when it fails to do so, the person lives to tell the tale. Those who become victims of the Hot Man have no way of telling about their experience because they've passed away from fear. The mysterious black dogs. A black dog is often described as a demonic entity in British folklore. The black dog is often a nocturnal ghost and in some cases a shapeshifter. It's usually associated with the devil and is described as a hellhound or a ghost. The appearance of a black dog is often regarded as a sign of death. The general physical features of a black dog or ghost dog resembles that of a normal dog. However, it's much bigger in size and has glowing eyes. The black dog has often been associated with thunderstorms, crossroads, ancient pathways and places of execution. The exact origins of this paranormal entity are not known. However, it's been part of European mythology for years now. Throughout Europe, dogs have been associated with death, and it's believed these black dogs have an evil nature. In some legends, warlocks and witches seem to possess the power of summoning black dogs for their support. Different cultures in different countries seem to have their own versions of animal ghosts, and these black dog legends. However, in most of the other cultures, black dogs are either considered to be pets of other evil paranormal entities, or they're associated with hell. Ghost ships. Oceans cover more than 70% of our Earth's surface, and according to popular beliefs, ghost spirits and other paranormal entities tend to reside at places that are far from human population. This makes oceans and the numerous small islands that lie in them an ideal place for such entities. Throughout history, many sailors have reported seeing strange phenomena in different parts of the oceans. However, there is one phenomenon that has happened over and over again, and yet it cannot be explained by anyone. Over the past couple of centuries, there have been a number of reports of ghost ships sailing around the world. Some of the most famous ghost ships include the Octavius, the Flying Dutchman, and the Mary Celeste. There have been a number of theories about these ghost ships, and some of these theories point to sea pirates taking down crew members and stealing their belongings, to mysterious circumstances that can't be explained. However, all the theories have been dismissed because of lack of any credible evidence, and to this day no one can say for sure what happened to some of the most famous ghost ships in history. There is one theory that holds an unknown paranormal entity responsible for all the ghost ships. It's believed that some mysterious paranormal entities reside in the deepest pockets in some of the most isolated islands in the world, and sometimes this paranormal entity preys on the crew of the ships that travel nearby. It's believed that it preys on all the crewmen until they've passed away, and after it's done this it will leave the ship. Not only this, but it's said by some the entity will ensure the ship reaches its destination, and this is so that people can see what it's done. The most famous ghost ship story is that of the Mary Celeste. It was an American ghost ship, and on the 5th of December 1872, it was discovered deserted in the Atlantic Ocean near the Azores Islands. When Mary Celeste was discovered by a Canadian ship, it was under partial sail and was still in sail-worthy condition. The last entry into the Mary Celeste log was made 10 days before it was found. What happened to the crew of the Mary Celeste? Under what circumstances did the crew of the ship abandon it? Was there any paranormal entity that was responsible for the mysterious disappearance of the crew? All these questions continue to baffle researchers. Most of the believers of the paranormal entity responsible for ghost ships point to the Mary Celeste case, and raise some very valid arguments that point to the presence of such an entity. According to the legends about Andras the demon, it's said to be a fallen angel, and it was the 63rd spirit of Solomon. It's believed that King Solomon had control over the entire earth, and all the creatures that lived on it. He also had control over all the ghost and paranormal creatures. According to legends, King Solomon captured 72 demons. He imprisoned the demons in a brass vessel and then threw the vessel into the sea. This vessel was later discovered by the Babylonians. They believed the vessel had some sort of treasure in it. When they broke the vessel, the demons were set free. Andras Demon was one of them. It's believed that Andras Demon appears in the form of an angel. He either shows himself with the head of a wooden owl, or with a raven head, and it's said that he rides a black wolf. He also carries a sharp sword. It's said that this entity likes to play tricks on people, and when you're using a Ouija board, it will pretend to be your loved one in order to gain your trust. Those who've encountered this entity have said that something bad always happens shortly after you've spoken to it. The Devil Ouija Board. Ouija boards have been widely used by hobbyists and paranormal researchers as a means for communicating with the paranormal. While many people believe the Ouija board actually allows them to interact with their relatives, there are some people who believe there is one single entity that's been manipulating the paranormal researchers through the Ouija board. The entity is believed to be evil in nature, and some people even call it the devil. According to the believers of this theory, the devil or the Ouija board entity tries its best to misguide people. It makes them believe that their passed away relatives are talking to them, when in fact they're actually talking to the devil. This paranormal entity tries its best to create misunderstandings and lead people astray. It manipulates them into doing evil acts, and this is the reason why so many people believe the Ouija board itself is evil in nature and should never be used as a tool for communication with the dead. They believe that no good can come out of it as the devil is manipulating humans, and all it's trying to do is cause us harm. So what do you think of these 5 paranormal entities? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.